Hello everyone, I'm Cleveland Lindsey. This is my commentary. My commentary is about the tax plan that is definitely is going to screw the little man. The little man has been screwed enough. I'm reading from the NewYorkDailyNews.com. As Christians prepare to celebrate the birth of Jesus, lawmakers on Capitol Hill, who talk a big game about their faith, passed a morally grotesque tax bill that makes a mockery of Christian values. Republican leaders in Washington have long worshipped at the altar of free market fundamentalism and regularly recite the dubious creed of trickle-down economics. But this gauntly handout to the rich is a festival of greed that deepens the already scandalous level of inequality. If the last will be first in God's kingdom, tax policy written by and for corporate lobbyists and members of Congress who will be enriched by their own legislative handiwork ensures that the privileged few are once again favored over the common good. This really sucks. Those who making $1 million or more will get an advantage cut of nearly $70,000, according to the nonpartisan tax policy center. It will be while the average household will see a benefit of only $1,600. Freaking ridiculous. But the tax policy is not really about numbers. It's about real people, values, and what we prioritize as a country. At the same time, Republicans are trying a ribbon on a tax package that reveals those who don't need any more shiny new toys. Lawmakers have still not renewed federal funding for the Children's Health Insurance Program, which insures 9 million children in low-income families. More than a dozen states are expected to run out of CHIP funding by January. Religious leaders knelt down and spoke out against the tax bill. The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops blast the tax proposals as fundamentally flawed and morally unacceptable. Tax cuts cannot be biblically defended, the National Council of Churches declared. Faith activists from Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maine, and Virginia held pray-ins outside of lawmakers' offices. Some were arrested in acts of civil disobedience inspired by the prophet Isaiah lament. Woe to those who make unjust laws. Some conservatives argue that tax and economic policies have nothing to do with Jesus or Christianity. This is conveniently ignorant. While Jesus didn't discuss marginal tax rates in the Sermon on the Mount, the radical message in the heart of the Gospels is good news to the poor, and not good news for private equity fund managers. That is true. You know, these conservative Republicans who claim to be Christians, they're not really if you really look into their lives, if you really look at how they represent us, they're not really Christians. In Matthew chapter 7, Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, "Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father." People like Ron Paul, Donald Trump, Sarah Palin, I don't think they really are Christians. And many of you who have watched this channel If you guys remember a year or two ago, I did a commentary on Donald Trump and the Bible. Because I said it before he even was nominated by the Republicans. He's not a real Christian. Apparently, neither people like Ron Paul. Oh, they talk a big game about their faith. They talk boldly about their faith. But the scripture says that you must be doers and not hearers. If you're going to claim being a Christian, you need to do what the book says. And how dare these representatives not care about children, not try to help children, 9 million children to be assured, because anything can happen to a child. Unfortunately, we live in a world where a child has cancer, and their parents can't afford it. While their children can be well taken care of, what about the ones what about the family that lives on Main Street? What about that family? I guess Congress says screw that family. It's all about the money. Well, look who is their leader. A man that don't care about the little man. That cares about his pocket more than people. This man, yeah, I'm talking about Trump. And this man will go down in history as the ultimate worst president of this country. This man has caused a lot of ruckus, a lot of stupidity. This man has badmouthed Hispanic people. This man has badmouthed handicapped people. This man has put people like Betsy DeVos, who really don't give a crap about HBCUs, and Jeff Sutton, who really are, who the widow of Dr. King said, this man is dangerous. This man is no good. Now I know what now many of you will say, well, Betsy DeVos, did she want the Bethune-Cookman? The people at Bethune booed the heck out of her. And I applaud them for it. Because if she came to my HBCU, oh man, she would have got even a worse reception. Well, don't you support Christian schools? I don't. Once again, people like Betsy DeVos and Donald Trump, they're not Christians. And I'm not saying that because they're not Church of Christ. There's a lot. Because there's a lot of people that are in Church of Christ. They ain't Christian. I'm sorry. They don't live by the book. Little man I'm one who thinks that I'm starting to really think and truly believe this. These congressmen, these senators, these politicians, I don't really give a care about us. Because they're supposed to do what's best for us. So, next year's election, we should not stand for these folks. And the election after that, we should not stand for them. It's bad enough we're losing net notoriety. And I shouldn't have made a commentary on that. It's bad enough they want to make us pay for the internet. Not pay for the internet. It's bad enough, but, make a corporation out of free internet. Bad enough they want to do that. Bad enough. It's bad enough we got Trump supporters who are, and I'm not saying all, some might even have good intentions. And some probably see the good in Trump. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. It's bad enough we got many Trump supporters who are bigots. Why screw the little man who is trying to get by even more? Most of all, why screw his children? Why screw his grandchildren? This is only benefiting the rich. It's not benefiting the middle class. It's not benefiting anybody but them. So let's stand up against these morons who call themselves representatives. Let's get them out of office. That's my opinion. That's my commentary. You can like it or not like it. You can do with it wherever you want to. You can send it to Washington. You can tweet it to your representative. That's my commentary. God bless.